Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today we're taking a look at a new Haramain. It's Haramain's Detour Exclusif Noir. All right, so Exclusif Noir is from the house of Haramain. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and you can pick this bad boy up for $32 at Fragrance Buy. Link will be down in the description if you decide you want to check this one out. Also have a coupon code. Save yourself $5 off your first purchase at Fragrance Buy if you decide you want to shop with them. We have ourselves one of the 3 new flankers to the Detour series from Haramain with Exclusif Noir. Presentation on this, pretty straightforward cardboard box, just has kind of some nice shimmery silver with kind of an embossed or glossy D, I should say, but overall, typical cardboard box, and we are dealing with the same style of bottle that we're used to with the Detour series here. I don't mind these bottles, some people roast these all the time, but unique shape to it overall. Doesn't bother me too much. I think it's kind of a neat shape to it. Cap on this is a lightweight plastic, but the atomizer on this is a nice pressurized atomizer. $32 well spent right there for just a pressurized atomizer. Big fan, presentation, very nice. So if you're wondering what Haramain's Detour Exclusif Noir smells like, you've come to the right place, because I'm about to tell you. This is a twist clone of the Parfums de Marly Latent Exclusive, and there's a laundry list of notes that's in here. So I'm gonna cut to some B-roll of my puppy while I list all these off. Some of the notes include almond, mandarin orange, bergamot, watery notes, civet, geranium, rose, gardenia, water lily, gaiac wood, Laotian oud, vanilla, coffee, sandalwood, Indonesian patchouli leaf, amber, oak moss, and some pink pepper. So let me tell you what I get from this fragrance. In that opening, you get that nice little punch of some citrus, and that almond comes through the most forward note, so you definitely get that almond mixing with a little bit of that mandarin orange, so it has a bit of a sweet citrus accord that comes through, but you really get those watery notes and those florals from the mid that come through. So the gardenia, water lily add this almost fresh, spicy green touch to it, but it has a really kind of nice light feel to it, mixing with those watery notes. A little bit of a rosiness as well. The geranium adds a fresh spice, almost a slight minty profile, but more of a green touch to it than anything. Nice, fresh, almost energizing style of opening with those watery notes and that almond sitting on top. The citruses, that mandarin, bergamot, they die off fairly quick, and you are left with more of those florals and those almond accords as you get towards the mid. As you get towards the dry down, you get some more earthy notes that come through, and this gets a little bit heavier, a little bit deeper and richer, but it still maintains that freshness. There is that civet note that's in here. Some people are not a fan of civet. It's really hard to find. I find it just more accentuates that rose, that water lily, that gardenia in there. It more kind of just accentuates those, and it comes forward as a civet note. But if you really look for it, you're gonna find it, and I know a lot of people don't care for that. As you get towards that dry down, however, you get more of those earthy tones come through. Some nice woods with that gaiac wood, nice bitter oak moss that comes through. I don't pick up on too much of the coffee. It might kind of play with that oak moss, giving it that kind of bitter note that comes through, but through and through, it's mostly of a woody dry down, some added spice that comes through with that pink pepper, a little bit of sweetness, but nice watery florals. That almond stays from that opening to the dry down. It is toned down a little bit, but you can still detect that. Really nice fragrance. A very unique fragrance, an interesting fragrance, not necessarily kind of a dumb reach, mass appeal style of fragrance, but I do like how it comes across. I do like that kind of watery floral aspect to it, that almond note. I'm a big fan of almond notes in fragrances, and I do like kind of the dark, deep, rich, earthy tones that come through with those woods, the gaiac, the patchouli, the sandalwood. Really nice fragrance in my opinion, but not going to be for everybody. But if you're into kind of almondy fragrances, has that kind of watery florals with some nice, interesting wood combinations with some earthy tones, you might want to check this one out. So when it comes to the performance of Haramain's Detour Exclusif Noir, I get average performance off this. I got 6-7 hours worth of longevity, and it does project off moderately for the first hour and a half or so before it does settle back in. I was able to push out the longevity by getting some on my clothing. I did smell it kind of that 9-10 hour mark, but it was kind of faint on the clothing at that point, so it's not blasting off your skin by any means. Good spring fragrance. I wish the performance was a little bit better, but overall for kind of the light, airy, watery, floral aspect to this, not too bad. But again, it does have that deep kind of rich woods that are in there that I thought would kind of push things out a little bit longer, but alas, they did not. But overall, not necessarily thrilled, but not disappointed with the performance. So when it comes to the where and when, I think Haramain's Detour Exclusif Noir would be most appropriate. I think this is a spring fragrance through and through. Just has that fresh, rejuvenating, watery, floral, deep woods, all mixed together, just sings of spring. Could wear this in the summertime on maybe a cooler summer day. This does get kind of dark, rich woods towards the end in the dry down, so might be a little too much for the high heat, but it does maintain that kind of watery floral note that you could pull this off on a moderately hot day in the summer. Could wear this in the fall as well, but it just doesn't have that vibe. It has more of that spring vibe, that kind of new, refreshing, floral sort of thing going on to it that just doesn't fit the bill as well in the fall as it does for the springtime. So springtime, that's the season for me when it comes to this fragrance. In terms of occasions, I think this is a great casual wear fragrance. Out running errands, lunch with friends, just kicking it around town. I think you can pull this off no problem. Doesn't have quite the seriousness or that sexy allure to it to be kind of a formal date night style of fragrance. I do think this is best suited for casual wear. And you could wear this to the office, dial it down in terms of the sprays at the beginning. Like I said, this is a unique fragrance. This might not be for everybody. It's not offensive or very intrusive, but there are aspects to this that are a little bit unique or interesting that not everyone will necessarily enjoy, including yourself. Like I said, not going to be for everybody, but you could wear this to the office just if you kind of keep it tamed. So overall, a great casual wear fragrance for the springtime. So my overall thoughts on Haramain's Detour Exclusif Noir. I think this is a really nice fragrance, but like I said, it has that uniqueness to it. If you're into almond style of fragrances, you will enjoy this one because the almond is definitely one of the stars of the show when it comes to this fragrance. And I find it very unique with the kind of the watery florals, the rosiness, the gardenia, the water lily that comes through, and the little hint of geranium. Nice kind of green, fresh, spicy, light floral aspect to it that I just find very interesting and I enjoy as a kind of a fragrance enthusiast, but it's not going to be for everybody. This is not necessarily a dumb reach fragrance that's just going to be kind of that mass appeal, club banger style of fragrance. This is for the people who appreciate different scent profiles, if you will. And with those deep, rich woods in the base, it does add another layer of kind of complexity to this with that freshness sitting on top. So overall, I like the scent profile. I think it's unique and interesting, but not going to be for everybody. Wish the performance was a little bit better, even in terms of longevity. It doesn't have to blast off necessarily because of that unique aspect to it. I don't want to blast out a room with this necessarily, but I wish I got a little bit more kind of time and longevity out of it. So kind of an average score when it comes to performance, but great spring wear, great casual wear overall for $32. I think I got my money's worth, but like I said, not going to be it for everybody, so you decide for yourself. That's Haramain's Detour Exclusif Noir. And I want to hear from you guys. What's another Haramain fragrance that you'd like to see me do a review on? Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your different recommendations, your hidden gems, your different taste and scent profiles. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.